Tuned here to 90.3 The Rock, WUTK-FM, here live on the radio, and you're also checking out UTTV The Rock Unplugged. Here in Knoxville this evening, it's the band. My name is John Michael, and fronted by the gentleman who will probably be doing most of the talking, I guess, and that is Mr. John Michael Rochelle, and good to talk
Thanks
to you
for
again, man.
Yeah,
Again,
absolutely.
Welcome to you and all the guys. Welcome to East Tennessee, an area that is also rich with music tradition and history. You guys from a town that it's hard to beat, and arguably the most richest and historical musical heritage of any, and that's New Orleans. So proud to have you guys in town tonight. Playing the Preservation Pub, as you said.
Yeah,
it's going to be a party. It's definitely going to be a party.
Absolutely.
Ain't no party like a NOLA party, and that's going to be happening tonight at Preservation Pub.
Yes,
Before we go any further, so you got plenty of guys to play with on stage tonight. You better tell us who's playing with you here today in studio and again tonight as well.
Well, my good friend here on the keys is Mr. Philip Breen, right here from Philadelphia. Moved down to New Orleans about 8 years ago, and
all right.
He got his New Orleans green card. You know what I'm saying?
He's earned it.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Lloyd Ashton Hines on the trumpet, right here.
Right on.
Mr. Terrence Green on trombone and baritone. They were both from New Orleans. Joe Bourgeois over here, who's normally our bass player, is playing shaker today.
Right on.
New Orleans born and bred. And Wilson Bernard on drums as well.
With the last name like Bourgeois, that's a dead giveaway. So
yeah, right.
You didn't have to say that.
Yes, indeed.
Well, welcome one and all, guys. We're very happy to have you guys in East Tennessee, and specifically here at the radio station. Thanks to our boy Brock Bodell up in New York City now. Got this all hooked up, and we are very happy about it. Happy that he got us his single a little early. Well, we're going to come back and talk a little bit about that, but let's talk a little bit about the band. My name is John Michael.
Yes.
Described as a Bayou-flavored version of the Arcade Fire is one way I saw it. Anthemic indie pop, I guess you could say. A lot of it based on your singer-songwriter background, I guess, as well. You guys came together, though, I guess, and this is kind of wild, I guess, if I read it right. Began as a solo project when somebody gave you a friendly dare or challenge to write, record, and release 52 songs in 1 year, basically one a week, I guess. Tell us that story.
I wrote, basically, in the late 2007, a friend of mine called me lazy. And he said I was the laziest songwriter he knew. And he said, I bet you cannot write, record, and release a song a week for the entire year. And so I bought the domain name, My Name is John Michael, to go on this, mynameisjohnmichael.com, to go on this journey.
Yeah.
And so basically we did it, and through the course of that we built the first incarnation of the band. We made the first record, The People That Come and Go, went on the road for it, and now we have the second incarnation of the band, and it's a little more New Orleans roots, a little more traditions with regards to horns and rhythms and things of that nature. But it's been a wild ride to get to this point, and we just finished recording the second record, so it's really great.
That's pretty amazing that out of a dare, basically, or a friendly challenge, I guess you could say, or just calling you flat out lazy.
Yeah, he still owes me a piece of fish, believe it or not. That was like the whole deal. It was like, you're going to go buy me dinner. He still hasn't bought me dinner yet.
And the cool thing that 2008, the record band album, first one, My Name is John Michael, The People That Come and Go, those songs were chosen or part of those 52 songs you wrote, and your fans
people voted and picked the record that we eventually went and recorded in 2009 and put out in the middle of 2009. And it was very interactive, and luckily they liked the songs that we liked, so it wasn't this sort of wow, what are we and what do they want us to be sort of thing. It was very simpatico with
very cool.
So
well, cool. Something's working right if something like that happens. Yeah,
it was good.
Again, the band in the studio here. My name is John Michael here on UTTV The Rock Unplugged and 90.3 The Rock Live. They will be playing at Preservation Pub this evening, bringing some NOLA style and soul to Market Square this evening. So if you're going to be out at the Best of Knoxville partying with us tonight down at Latitude 35, we're going to keep that party going by down at Preservation Pub a little bit later, and there could be a surprise. We
might put something together.
Yeah, even before then.
For your coronation of your victory. We'll have to figure something out.
A little New Orleans appetizer, maybe.
Yeah, maybe so. A amuse-bouche, if you will.
There you go. Now, you originally from New Orleans?
Yeah, I'm born and raised.
Very cool. Yeah. So, we'll touch a little on this, but it's kind of crazy to see it happening somewhat again, this time from the north and not coming from the south.
Right.
But all the water's rushing in. What's going on down there?
We weren't even abreast with regards to what was going on, and we've been seeing these tweets and texts and emails about the Mississippi River, and it's like that Randy Newman song is like slowly but surely becoming truth over and over and over again. And it's, we're like, we get knocked down, we get back up, and we've learned resiliency in the last few years.
If you've cheered for the Saints all these years, you've learned resiliency.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
exactly.
And it paid off a couple years ago.
Yeah, it really did. That was, that was such a culmination of a lot of heartache and tears of joy. Tears of sadness became tears of joy.
Absolutely.
It was really great.
Randy Newman, one of America's greatest songwriters. He's actually really, I guess, more from, I think, the Baltimore area or somewhere up there. But we're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit to you about who you listen to, who singer-songwriters. Of course, being in New Orleans, there's so many great ones that when you open a dictionary and you see great music, their name or their pictures there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But first, how about giving us a song?
Absolutely. We'll do this number. It's called When I'm Older. It'll be on the record that's coming out later this year.
Very cool.
We'll do it tonight.
This is My Name is John Michael, live in studio at 90.3 The Rock and UTTV The Rock Unplugged, later at Preservation Pub, a bit more plugged in. Let it go.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, let it. Still remember me when I'm older, when I'm older? Will you still belong to me when I'm older, when I'm older? They say love is for the young, but what happens when youth is done? Will you still remember me when I'm older, when I'm older than I am now? Care for me when I'm older, when I'm older? Will you still know it's me when I'm older, when I'm older? Oh, ain't it funny the things that fade away? You used to run from yesterday. Will you still care for me when I'm older, when I'm older? And when my bones start to ache and my mind starts to erase, when I can't get off the floor, will you still care for me? Will you care for me anymore? Oh!
Cool stuff, live in studio here on 90.3 The Rock and UTTV The Rock Unplugged. That is straight out of New Orleans. My Name is John Michael is the name of the band. And the name of that tune again was
When I'm Older.
When I'm Older. There you go. John Michael Rochelle stepping up, letting us know that coming from their forthcoming record, second record, be their sophomore record, I guess you could say, which will be released, excuse me, a little bit later this fall. Looking at probably. All right, John Michael Rochelle grew up in New Orleans, stepped on stage with P-Funk at the age of 14, played some guitar from what I understand. That had to be a...
yeah, that was a trip, man.
I bet
sorry
it was.
I'm tuning my guitar while we're talking.
It's all right. You tune because you care, brother. So
yeah, it was crazy, man. I got caught smoking cigarettes, and my parents forced me to go to my father's office downtown to go work so that I wouldn't smoke cigarettes when I was 14. And basically, I met this woman who turned out to be George Clinton's half-sister. And she was like, oh, he'll send you an autographed T-shirt. And then eventually it was like, you should go play with them during sound check. And then I played during sound check, and they were like, yeah, you're doing Red Hot Mama. It's in D minor. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So it was fun, you know? And I was like 14, and you know, a couple of my friends were in Tipitinas with me down in New Orleans, and it was a trip, and I played with them a bunch, you know.
But when you got, you know, Gary Scheider, Eddie Hazel, you got,
Rest in peace, Gary Scheider.
Yes,
he's
absolutely.
He was a big mentor to me. He was a really good friend.
Yeah, and amazing music, an amazing part of that band. I mean, everybody, a lot of people, especially the younger generation, if you will, all they think about is George Clinton. But man,
Gary ran that band.
Oh man,
in a lot of ways.
Diapers and all. I mean,
he's sorely missed. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, tell us, you know, you really, I guess, started or got your chops, especially when it comes to getting out and playing live as a singer-songwriter, pretty much, I
toured as a guitar player in a couple of different bands and things, and then eventually, you know, I started realizing that I was writing all the songs in these bands and things like that, and I was like, well, you know, I don't. At some point, I don't want other people to sing my songs.
Sure,
you know? So it was that kind of thing. So it was sort of out of necessity.
Who were some of the songwriters growing? I mean, and probably not just all, you know, New Orleans flavor, although I'm sure there's so many
Alan
down there.
Toussaint was always. I mean, I grew up listening to '60s R&B, particularly from New Orleans. You know, listening to OZ and stuff. But I mean, Bob Dylan, Elvis Costello, Bruce Springsteen,
very
Neil
cool.
Young, you know, Leonard Cohen, Fred Neil. I've been listening to a lot of Fred Neil recently, and I mean, tons of stuff. I mean, you know.
Well, and that's
Roy
what, you know.
Acuff. I mean, everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Know,
Speaking of from right here in our neck of the woods,
absolutely.
Roy Acuff. So, and that's a lot of what New Orleans is about. It's a gumbo down there, man, big
indeed.
time.
It is.
You guys, of course, you know, one record out already. This new record, you said probably going to drop this fall, maybe.
Yeah, we're hoping we're hoping for October, but you know, things shift around and this sort of thing. We're just trying to make sure it has a good home and we have a good plan for it. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because once it's out there, you can't grab it and pull it back in. So,
exactly.
Is it done though? You're saying you pretty much
we've tracked it, yeah, and it's pretty much mixed, and we're working on a couple different things, and you know, we're gonna, you know, it's getting there.
Working with Raymond Richards, from what I understand.
Yeah,
he did Local Natives, Gorilla Manor, which big record for us.
Yeah, he produced Local Natives, Gorilla Manor, which was great. I mean, the funniest part was he called us, and I was like, so do you want to make a record that sounds like Local Natives? And he said, no, that's the last thing that I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and so we made the deal that he would come down to New Orleans because we wanted to have that humid, funky, you know, sound. And we wanted to do it at this place called the Music Shed, which is where REM did their last record. And our good buddy Ben Lorio is the engineer there, and he engineered the record. And so we kind of wanted to bring the outsider to us rather than go to the outsider. Because we were trying to make a more New Orleans-y record, you know.
Very cool. Well, from Sounding of Orphan, it's definitely, but it's a different New Orleans sound in a way. You kind of got a little of that indie vibe thing going on too, and it's not your typical Meters, Neville's, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
No. And I mean, we love, you know, the thing was, Raymond and I had, not at all. We listened to that stuff all the time. I mean, Raymond and I had a conversation basically in that he was like, you know, Dr. John, when he was, you know, just starting out, he was listening to as much New Orleans music as he was psychedelic stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and
he definitely had the psychedelic thing going on.
And so the natural thought was, he was like, well, you know, you should take the indie stuff that you like, and you should take the New Orleans